Hello and welcome to a new challenge, this time XLBI's Excel Challenge 533 about so-called ASCII stars. Here we have the challenge, so based on the given n, which is the height and the width of this ASCII star, we should do this for different n's, so different widths and lengths of the star. We should make the star, and this star, if you see this, is every time the diagonals of the star and also the middle way in row wise and column wise. And based on all of this, you get your ASCII star. And therefore, I use first let to have my n, because I will probably use my n several times. And then I use the MAKEARRAY function. With the MAKEARRAY function, you can create an array, as it's the name of the function, based on different rows and column parameters. So you have therefore you could make this for 10 rows and 5 columns, or 5 rows and 10 columns, as you wish. This time, as we want to build this star with MAKEARRAY, we use our n for this, so 5 for both. And then you need your lambda. You need to hand this lambda 2 arguments. So the rows and the columns, I name this normally A and B, but you can also name this R and C. I will stay with R and C to make it a little bit more obvious. Normally I use A and B. I don't know, I've started it with A and B, and yeah, therefore stayed with it. And now let's see what we get here. So here, the MAKEARRAY function hands you out the row number you're in and the column number you're in. And you get this for every cell that you want to create this array for. So here you have this this field out of, it's a little bit small, this field out of numbers. And you can now use this to create your ASCII star with an easy peasy if function. So if you're, for example, let's build this diagonal here. If the rows are the same as your columns, you see here 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. If R equals C, then you write there a star in. Otherwise, you write there 0, close brackets, and you have your first diagonal. So that was the first one. Now you can also build the other diagonal. So if now I have also to think. So first of all, we use an OR function here. You could also do this with brackets and pluses, but I stay with the OR function because it's a little bit more simpler. So OR, and then here use this as a second argument. So here we are in row 5, and your column is 1. So if R plus C equals n plus 1, we are in this other diagonal, because here, for example, we every time this value is 6, this value is 6, this value is 6. I can also show it to you here. So if we erase this and name R plus C, you see the value 6, or in this case 6, in this case it will be 8, is every time only in this diagonal here, mathematically. And therefore we can use this and name this, okay, if R plus C equals n plus 1, we are in this diagonal. This will also work if you have here a 7 instead of an 5. So it's adaptable. But let's stay with our 5. So, and we now also need to build here our row and column wise lines. And therefore I first, because these are always, we have here only ASCII stars with odd numbers. These are always at the middle of the length, so here in row 3 and here in row 3. So we can name this NH because it's at the half point, it's rounded then, but at the half point of this, so we make round n divided by 2, round this to the whole digit, and now we can make the also take this into account in our OR function. If r equals nh, then we want to have an ASCII star. There we have our row-wise line, and also if c equals nh, we get our line there. Now let's take a look. You see the ASCII star looks the same. It will also look the same if it's 7 wide or also if it's 11 wide, and so on and so on. So if you have a super adaptable solution for that. There are different ways to solve it. I most often solve those cases with an with the MAKEARRAY, and then I type in there, okay, what is the underlying structure to make the structure I've built by this way, for example, an Eiffel Tower a few months ago, or other things. So if you have to do an, let's call it a draw challenge, where you have to draw something, I most often use the MAKEARRAY function. It isn't the most the best function for this every time, and also my formulas are sometimes a little bit longer than other formulas, but here it isn't only about to be the fastest or to have the shortest formula. It's about the learning process. So I hope I've helped you with this. I hope you now can use the solve the challenge also, or solve other drawing challenge. If you have any additional questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section, and otherwise I will wish you a wonderful rest of the day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.